Yeah, no, it was what had actually happened at Halifax was I had Jamie Fullerton had left. I'd never met Jamie Fullerton, so I was coming in on the Monday. Say Jamie Fullerton had been sacked on the Friday, and I come in under Nathan Clark was like the person running the training, and he's obviously Halifax centre half and new captain now. And he said to me, "Yeah, you're more than welcome to come and train with us, and we'll see what's sort of happening." And the day I come in, Pete Wild actually got the Halifax job, so he was in that day. So I come in as a trialist, but sort of he hadn't seen no one else at the time as well, so it was like a fresh start. And I'd obviously knew the gaffer was from his time at Oldham and sort of some of his achievements when he was at Oldham, and I knew he was liked, and people who had played under him at Oldham had told me he's a good person and he's honest, and I like him. And yeah, so I instantly, as soon as I met him and he said he was going to offer me a contract, I liked him anyway, but we sort of clicked then, and it was a no-brainer for me.
Yeah, I guess it's one of them. I think if I'm correct, if I remember, it was talk of Clark getting the job or something. It was between him and Wild, I think, remember the bookies. So it's one of them where if he's invited you in either way, you sort of it would have been good for you either way.
Yeah, well, I like I said, I didn't know what was going on. I just come in to train. Nathan Clark said to me, "Yeah, get yourself in, see what happens," sort of thing. And then Pete Wild got the job. So yeah, it was like a fresh start for everyone.
So then going into what would be now last season, what was your sort of thinking, expecting for Halifax to do, or even yourself? Were you sort of like, I think I'm good, Matt. I think I'm going to get 20 games here this season, or something? Or were you? What was you sort of expecting?
Yeah, no, I'll be honest. I thought to myself, I'm going to play a lot of games this year. Just from we only have a small squad, and the gaffer sort of gives everyone a good playing time, because it feels like you need the whole squad throughout the whole season. It's a long year. So yeah, I was expecting to play a lot of games, and maybe not in the position I played a lot of the time, but like I said, it was never about position wise for me. It was more about getting minutes and helping the team out.
So like you did play quite a lot. Said 31 here, which that's going to do you some good, sort of consistently playing with the same group of lads, sort of bonding and stuff like that, and moving up the table.
Yeah, well, the lads who we had, we had a great team, but we had an amazing dressing room. The lads who we had, we had a great mix of different personalities. We had some good experienced lads in there, but then we also had some young lads who were hungry, including myself. We had our jokers in the changing rooms, but then we also had our people who could, sort of get everyone's head on the game. Now it's time to, go and play. We had a great group of lads in a great dressing room.
Then, obviously, it comes to end of a season, playoffs. I don't want to sort of upset you, but that must have been good and bad, but also good.
No, it was good to be in the playoffs. It was brilliant to be in the playoffs, but it was also, for me, on a personal level, it was annoying. I felt like I should have started the game, but hey, it's not my decision. It was the gaffer's decision. I was never arsey about it, if you like. I sort of just got on with what I was told to do. But in a personal note, I was sort of annoyed, but I was more annoyed that we lost. I was gutted because it was a chance to get in the Football League.
Yeah, and that's the thing I imagine as well. How I always view it is, if you want to make a step up to something, it's always better to move up. Not even just football, with anything. It's always good to make the step up with the team you've always been in, or the group you've always been with, rather than moving to a team. I think from what I've seen, it always gives you a bit more momentum type of thing. So that would have been good if you wanted to have a shot in League Two, sort of prove
Definitely,
what you can do.
Yeah. Definitely, and I've always said the gulf between the conference and League Two is nothing. Them two leagues are so similar, and you'll always notice teams who do well in the conference usually do well in League Two. I feel like if we would have went up, we would have had another chance of, not saying go up again, but we would have been comfortable with being able to hold our own and definitely be able to stay in that league, and then have a sort of foundation to build on.
And I think from what numbers I've looked at, it's very rarely that a team gets promoted from the conference and goes back down within a season. Obviously, it happens maybe 2 or 3 seasons later. So I think that's sort of says what the difference is. Maybe a few years ago it would be different, but finance, like the TV rights, will give the club a bit more money, which moves the lines between league. You know what I mean? It might get called something different, but it's quite similar, you know.
Yeah,
So
but no, yeah. I agree with what you're saying. Yeah, there's the TV money, BT Sport and stuff. Now I think the conference actually gets televised more than League Two.
I mean,
through BT.
I know that as sort of supporting a League Two team, is that it's very rare that a League Two team gets put on TV. I mean, the only time it is playoffs, or if there's a big player, so Oldham, or we'll put Paul Scholes on telly. That's the only time it ever really gets put on. So I'm not sort of. I wish League Two would have their own sort of TV rights deal. I'd happily have bloody ESPN or someone like that have their own TV rights, and then the clubs can actually get some exposure and actually get some money, or even let the clubs do their own stuff like that, which will let them do better. So, that season, I might as well ask you. You spoke about sort of the gulf between League Two, National League. Barrow have gone up, Harrogate have gone up. What do you think they can do next season from what you've sort of seen from them?
I'll be honest. I think obviously over the season the league doesn't lie, but I think being on Harrogate are a better side than Barrow. Harrogate suit the league what they've gone into, and they suited our league. You know what they do. The physical, fit, strong, powerful. They know how to win a game. So yeah, I do believe Harrogate have got definitely another chance of going again. I think. Barrow, I don't know much about now because obviously they changed manager, they want to do different things. But I do believe Harrogate have got definitely another chance to go again.
That's one. I think they've been on a bit of a rise recently because I think they've only been in the conference for 2-3 years or something like that, and before that was Conference North. So it's a bit of that's something we're seeing. Fylde obviously didn't go up and they got relegated, but they were sort of their whole thing was we're going to get sort of football league, and for many years they were very close to it from rising up, and I think that's sort of what we're seeing. A lot of League Two clubs should be scared, and I think that perhaps they might be a comfortable League Two club now for 10 past 10 years, but they could become a proper non-league team next season. Then Halifax, what you thought sort of sort of Halifax next season, but also sort of the future in general. What you sort of in your head? You're still young, not old or anything, but what you're sort of thinking of what you can do, perhaps. Is there a goal like a league or something like that you want to play in?
Not on a personal level, do you mean?
Yeah, it's a well, it can be like I said, you always want to. I think it's always good to get promoted with your team, like I said before. But I mean, you must be sort of thinking, if I can play here, then perhaps we might move. I imagine you're sort of thinking like that, either as a personal or with your team.
No, on a personal note, obviously it's massive this year. I play games again. I need to be playing 30 plus games. I need to be keeping on top of my assists. I need to score goals this year. And as a team goal, we want to at least get the playoffs again, minimum. That's a minimum requirement this year, the playoffs. With the squad we've got, the gaffer's made some great signings this year, as you've probably seen yourself. I feel like we've got a right chance of going at it full pelt again. So minimum requirement, like I said, has got to be playoffs.
I think that always is after you've got the playoffs, you've got to think go again, but it's not always that difficult, especially and we've seen quite a few players leave where you might have been like, would have wanted to keep. But that's how it goes. You lose players, and as long as you replace them, then that's how you do.
Definitely.